to create value and shared success for our clients, our people, our shareholders, our partners, and the communities that we serve. Accenture is proud to have been recognized as a global leader across financial indices for our brand value, for our reputation within and across the industries in which we operate. Moving on, let's take a quick look at the video which would give you an overview about Accenture. Let's roll the video, please. Moving on, Accenture's purpose is to deliver on the promise of technology and human ingenuity, which is guiding the company's strategy, priorities, and the opportunities we create for more than 500,000 people we have. Accenture reflects the human ingenuity of our talented people and their commitment for using technology to deliver value for all its stakeholders. And that's imbibed into the brand and what we do every day. We are pioneering 360-degree value, which is not only helping clients transform and reinvent their businesses to create value for their stakeholders and shareholders, but also to reskill our own employees in that journey and also to become more sustainable in the ecosystem that we are serving. That's how we bring the 360 value to clients and our shareholders and to our people. Moving on. Change is all around us, especially in the pandemic times. Nothing is constant. And obviously, we need to be embracing the change. And Accenture is leading the change. And this is something, we do it for our clients a day in, day out. For example, during the pandemic times, when everybody was struggling to, find ways to manage their health, we have been supporting some of the pharma companies around the world to get the vaccines out of the door to the humans around the world within a matter of months, which usually used to take years. At the same time, for other businesses who had to shut their doors because people are locked in their home, we were helping our clients to redefine and reimagine their supply chain, and also the way they bring products and services to the end consumers like you and me, And that required a complete change across their ecosystem, including their employee and talent base. So across many industries, depending on what is impacting them, we were leading the change for our clients. We are the largest operations for Accenture globally, with approximately 200,000 employees in India. We take pride in fostering greater performance, diversity, and innovation. And that's something we bring to our people, which is being recognized by leading companies and leading agencies in terms of how we are serving with the diversity and inclusion. Moving on, advanced technology centers in India, along with Accenture's global network of centers across the globe, we deliver services at speed and scale. With over 125,000 highly skilled professionals, we are spread across 7 locations, 26 facilities, and 4 innovation hubs located in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune. We offer services to our clients with unmatched operating intelligence, productivity, and confidence in a digitally driven business environment. Moving on, in today's fast-changing business environment, where companies need to continuously reinvent themselves, we are increasingly leading with innovation in our client relationship to help our clients imagine and invent their own futures. Accenture has an innovation architecture that helps us to do this wonderfully well for our clients. We have Accenture Research, which identifies and anticipates the game-changing business, and that sets a tone for our clients in terms of how the future is going to look like. And we also work with a large startup ecosystem to bring new creative and innovative things for our clients as they are looking to bring things to the market faster. We also have Accenture Labs in India, which incubates and prototypes new concepts through applied R&D projects that are expected to have a significant near-term impact on clients' businesses. Besides that, we also have Accenture Studios, innovation centers, and delivery centers where we bring innovative solutions with speed and agility. Innovation is in our DNA, and we are looking for innovators like the students from your colleges and looking forward to work with you all in taking our relationship forward.
Thank you, Shakti, for sharing those wonderful insights. Next up, I'd like to welcome Srijata Sengupta, Lead HR and Talent Transformation, Advanced Technology Centers in India, who would share insights on how we have reimagined and are creating meaningful experiences for our people such that they are able to strike confidently in this ever-evolving world. Let's hear from Srijata.
Hi, everyone. We are living through unprecedented times, aren't we? The last 18 months have been challenging for most of us. Yet we know that there is so much to celebrate as well. And particularly, we know that the most important thing to celebrate right now is the human spirit that can overcome any challenges. And that is why we are gearing up to a very bold tomorrow in Accenture. You may have heard Shakti speak earlier today on our vision. We aspire to bring the power of technology and human genius to benefit our clients, our people, and communities. And we would like each and every one of our people to experience that power of technology and human ingenuity in everything they do. Whether it is through small and large experiences that our people discover value, be it an experience of collaboration, growth, well-being, even the way we experience fulfillment when we build an exceptional outcome for our clients and communities. The way we work has changed forever. For the last 18 months, we have all been working from home, but we hope to be back in office in a new way, in a new form, sometime soon. We will create a digital workplace where our people can seamlessly collaborate while they learn and enjoy the work they do in an open, flexible, and productive environment. We know that today people want flexibility and choice, and that is what we aspire to provide. Innovation is at the heart of everything we do, bringing tangible value to our people, clients, partners, and communities by embracing human ingenuity and non-stop innovation as a way of life. We know that it is our people that power this innovation. With Innovation 360, our people have the power to leverage their ingenuity and the power of technology to turn the wheels of ideas for today and every day. We know that everybody wants to achieve their full potential, isn't it? Harmonizing work and life for our people through holistic and value-based tailored experiences to help them realize their potential. We continue to stay invested in everyone. We have recently launched a very exciting program called the Tech Expressway. This is a 2-year learning journey for everyone who joins us from campus. It starts even before they join us, helping them prepare for a life in the corporate world. And as they start to get assimilated and comfortable working within Accenture, they learn full stack core engineering expertise using a range of skills in new to age technologies and also develop functional skills. This they do while they also work, which means that they can apply their learning immediately and see the power of what a good learning program can provide. We also provide faster growth opportunities for our quick learners and people who want to accelerate their careers. And there are many more exciting career opportunities for people as they walk into Accenture. Clients and community form another important part of our ecosystem, enabling boundaryless opportunities for our people to work with clients across industries and technologies and unlock value and create a measurable impact in the communities towards a more sustainable future. Isn't that what we all hope for? Through our local NGO partners, we are trying to reach out to as many people impacted by COVID as possible across multiple locations. We are aspiring to provide treatment for people living in poor communities, provide ration kits and serving cooked meals, trying to help in any way we can. Along with some of our partners like Oxfam India and CAF India, we are working to provide oxygen cylinders, concentrators, and other medical equipment to support frontline workers, as well as emergency ration kits and home care kits across India. During the first wave of COVID-19 last year, together as one Accenture, we responded to create real impact, providing 1 million cooked meals to the poor, PPE kits for healthcare workers and sanitation workers, ration kits for daily wage workers. This is, of course, a very drop in the ocean. However, we want to do whatever we can to positively impact the communities around us. We have recently launched a program called ARAM. ARAM, as you know, means new beginnings. This program is targeted to people perhaps who may not have gone to the campuses that we visit, but have the potential to work in technology. We are investing through what we are calling as inclusive internship for this group, where we train these individuals and then hire them. These are some of the few examples of experiences that people can expect as they come into Accenture. What we aspire is for our people to have a fulfilling, joyous, and more importantly, a fun work experience with their colleagues and friends in Accenture. The future for us looks very bright, Let us embrace this change that lay ahead of us and do incredible things together. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Srijata, for sharing your insightful thoughts about the meaningful experiences we are offering to our people at Accenture. Now, our next speaker is Jeremy James, who leads the recruitment for Accenture in India. He will talk about our people agenda and our differentiated recruitment strategy. I'd also request you to start sending your questions in the chat window for the Q&A session. Jeremy, over to you.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for taking the time out to attend Accenture's pre-placement talk. My name is Jeremy, and I head recruiting for Accenture in India. I was just reflecting on the fact that about 18 years ago, I was attending a pre-placement talk for Accenture on a campus. I ended up joining Accenture, and I've been here over 18 years of many rich and varied experiences. But what's really stood out for me in my journey about Accenture is the people you get to work with and the culture of the place. We have a culture which is extremely people-centric and a culture which is extremely inclusive. And that's what I want to begin by talking about first. We place a lot of importance on an inclusive culture because if you can't be your true self at work, you won't be your best self. And if our workforce can't be its best self, then we are not going to be a successful organization. So we believe that an inclusive culture where people can be their true self is really integral to success. And this has to hold true across many different diverse talent segments, whether it's gender, whether it's PWD, whether it's your sexual orientation or the way you identify yourself, whether you're a parent, whether you're single. You have to feel like you can be your true self at work. I believe Accenture is doing a really phenomenal job in creating this inclusive culture for many different diverse talent segments. And some of the accolades we have, whether it's from NASSCOM, whether it's for Avatar or Working Women, are all testimony to that. Just to give you some sense of why we believe we're successful in this space, we're one of the very few companies who's gone and made a very bold and public statement that we'll be a gender-balanced workforce by 2025. And we're doing very well on that journey. Our business in India, from a gender mix standpoint, is in the high 40s. So, we've got women gender mix in the high 40s, and we're well on our way to a gender-balanced workforce. For our LGBT talent, we've enabled partner benefits, right? So if you identify yourself as an LGBT employee, your partner can obtain medical insurance coverage. For our PWD employees, whether it's related to technology accessibility, whether it's related to career paths, coaching, awareness within our larger workforce about inclusion, we've ensured that we have the right enablers to make sure that our PWD talent is successful. And as we go through the selection process, we'd be very keen to know if any of you all, especially the PWD employees, have any special requests related to needs as you attend our selection process. I now want to move on to talk about our focus on learning, what you can experience from a learning standpoint. I think learning is yet another stellar element of our employee value proposition. And I believe you'll learn most from the clients we as Accenture work with. We work with some of the top 500 Fortune 500 firms in the world, and there's just so much you can learn while working with these leading organizations. In addition, we invest about $1 billion in learning a year. That's a huge investment. And from day one, the day you're part of Accenture, you'll have immediate access to about 20,000 plus self-paced learnings on a platform called My Learning. And these are across a wide range of topics ranging from technology to professional skills to industry and domain skills. And then specifically for all our campus hires, we have a program called the Tech Expressway. And those of you who get selected for Accenture will experience this. It begins with 250 hours of self-paced learning, which is a campus to corporate program, which helps build some of the fundamental foundational skills. When you join Accenture, the first few weeks will really be foundation courses. And then the remaining 24 months of the Tech Expressway program will be a blend of instructor-led learning, self-paced learning, and learning on an actual live project where you'll be working for one of our many clients. And what you'll experience over those 24 months is the dial will keep shifting in terms of the percentage of time which is devoted to self-paced learning and instructor-led learning. So it will be high to begin with, and then gradually dial down over the course of the 24 months. So that's about the learning which you can expect at Accenture. I also want to share with you all that we are not all about work. We realize that all of you have different hobbies, passions. It could be sports, it could be arts, it could be about giving back to the environment, to social causes. And we have just the right platform for you. It's called My Passion. It celebrates your full self as an individual, which is professional and personal, and gives you an opportunity to showcase your passions and to fulfill your passions at a professional front. And what we'll do now is we'll just pause and have a quick look at a video which talks about the My Passion program. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and I hope you all got a sense of some of the things you could do outside of work at Accenture. I now want to talk about the two roles for which we are hiring this year. The first role which we're hiring for is the associate software engineer role. And the gross package for this role would be 4.5 lakhs inclusive of a fixed pay, performance-linked bonus, benefits, and a sign-on bonus. And what you can expect in this role is learning before you join Accenture, learning before deployment. You will start getting project exposure from the very first month. There is the 2-year Tech Expressway learning program, which I spoke about earlier. And the high performers can expect career progression within a year of joining Accenture. So while the learning program may continue for 2 years, if you're a high performer and doing well, you can get promoted to the next level within a year. The second role that we're offering is the advanced associate software engineer role. And the difference between the first role and this is that in this role, you will get deployed on some very complex assignments and in emerging technology areas. What we'll do as we deploy talent to these roles is we'll try and ensure that you get exposure across front end, back end, and the middle layer. Learning will be a constant focus in both the roles. And in this role as well, there's a well-defined learning program, which includes instructor-led, self-paced, on-the-job, as well as mentorship and coaching to help you grow in your career. The way we'll identify talent for the advanced associate software engineer role is based on a standard assessment. So really the cream of the cream in terms of performance on the assessment will be identified for the advanced associate software engineer role. Hopefully, as you've listened to Sakti, Srijata, and me, you've got a sense about Accenture and what it has to offer to you as a career value proposition. I'm hoping all of you are curious about the application and the selection process. And I'm now going to hand over to my colleague, Rohit Jam, to talk to you about our selection process and what you can expect in the selection process. Over to you, Rohit.
Thanks, Jeremy. And I'm sure you guys are curious now to know more about the recruitment process of this year. So I'll start talking about the recruitment process first, and I'd like to share that this year our hiring program is open to students who are BE, BTech, MCA, MTech, and MSc in computer science and IT. Okay. And it's very important that when you participate in the recruitment process this year, you understand the complete process in and out. And we'd like you to go through this very important, informative recruitment process video, which I'm sure will answer many of your queries in terms of how to really apply and how to really participate in the entire recruitment process of Accenture. So I'd like you to go through this video first, and then we'll talk again.
Hi there. In this short video, we will walk you through our virtual recruitment process. We hope you will make the most of this opportunity. You will receive emails and WhatsApp notifications at every stage as you advance in our recruitment process, once you provide your consent on the registration page for receiving WhatsApp notifications. As we conduct our hiring process virtually this year, we have enabled features such as live chat, helpline, and guides across all stages of the process to enable quicker query resolutions. Please ensure that you have read and understood all the notifications and FAQs about our process guidelines. Our offerings. This year, we're excited to offer you 2 roles. You can either join us as an Associate Software Engineer or Advanced Associate Software Engineer based on your overall performance during our hiring process. Candidates will be notified on their selection post completion of all rounds, unless you're unable to clear or participate in any of our recruitment processes. Here's how our process will work. As a first step, you will receive an email from Accenture with details to register online. Make sure you fill all your details accurately. You must submit your PAN card as a mandatory identity proof document. Your registration information, such as name and date of birth, should match your PAN card for us to consider your application. Few important tips while submitting your registration. 1. Ensure your first name is your given name and the last name is your surname. In case you don't have a surname, update it as per your father's or mother's name as mentioned in your PAN card. 2. Enter your personal contact number and personal email ID accurately for all future communication. We suggest you submit details which you would continue to use once you exit from your respective colleges. 3. Upload your most recent passport-size photograph for identification. Remember, background themes or selfies can lead to identity mismatch. You will be given an option to review and confirm your details before submission. Once submitted, you will not be able to make any changes to your details till our process closure. Eligible candidates will receive a QR-based admit card that will be used for identification during the interview stage of our process. Prepare for the virtual hiring process. All our processes will be conducted virtually. Please ensure that you have the following technical requirements ready to participate in our process without interruptions. Laptop or desktop must be enabled with a webcam and microphone. Webcam should capture the image clearly. Both webcam and microphone must be in switch-on mode across all assessments and interview stages of our process. Your system must have RAM and processor 4 GB plus RAM i3 5th generation 2.2 GHz or equivalent higher. Operating system Windows 8 or 10. Google Chrome browser with latest version 5. Network VPN proxy should be disabled. Stable internet connection of 2 Mbps plus enabled through broadband connection. Do avoid unstable 3G or 4G networks. For taking the communication assessment, it's highly recommended to use a USB-enabled headset with a microphone or a good quality headset with a single jack, 3.5 mm having microphone. Students must avoid using Bluetooth headsets or using system speakers and microphone. Remember, don't carry or use any mobile phones or electronic device during the assessment. Use of mobile phone for any reason other than mobile hotspot and tethering is prohibited and will lead to disqualification from Accenture recruitment process. You will receive 3 options to choose your assessment slots for the scheduled date. Please choose your slot carefully, as you will not have an option to change it later. Ready, set, go. Your assessment begins. The first assessment will be the cognitive, technical, and coding rounds. You will receive an assessment link with your unique login credential to log into the test. This assessment will be scheduled in 2 stages, which must be completed within the specified time. Stage 1, cognitive and technical assessments. You will get 90 minutes to complete this assessment. Cognitive assessment includes 50 questions and technical assessment includes 40 questions. Upon completion, you will have 10 minutes break before the results are notified. Upon clearing cognitive and technical assessment, you must participate in stage 2, which is a mandatory coding assessment. Our recruitment process will end here for the students who don't clear cognitive and technical assessment or fail to participate in coding assessment. Coding assessment will have 2 questions which must be solved using any of the following languages as per your choice: C, C++, .NET, Java, Python. The duration of this assessment will be 45 minutes. Your performance in coding assessment will be considered for overall selection process. The next round is communication assessment. You will receive a separate email with timelines and login details to participate in this assessment. Communication assessment is a verbal test which will assess you on the below parameters: sentence mastery, vocabulary, fluency, and pronunciation. The duration of the assessment is approximately 20 minutes. You will now proceed to the last stage of the recruitment process, the interview stage. Before the interview, you will receive a notification to select a preferred slot for participating in your interview discussions. Upon confirming your slot, your interview details will be notified to you via email and WhatsApp. You will be interviewed by 1 panelist from our team. The duration of your interview is approximately 30 minutes. You are expected to be available 30 minutes prior to your confirmed interview slot. Don't forget to carry your admit card for participating during our interview process. Please note that the information on your admit card and government ID proof will be verified. All the hiring rounds of our process will end here. Students who fail to participate or are found to be engaged in any act of fraudulent misrepresentation or any use of unfair means in any of the stages across the process will be disqualified from the recruitment process. Once Accenture completes all processes, based on your overall performance, students will be shortlisted for Associate Software Engineer or Advanced Associate Software Engineer role and will receive a letter of intent if selected. Check your emails and register on the tool to get started. Good luck!
So I hope you found this recruitment process video really informative. I'm sure you would have a couple of more queries as you start with completing the registration process and as you start going through this complete presentation. So if you have more queries, I suggest that you hold your queries for now. There are a few more opportunities which will be offered to you to resolve your queries. We will do an open house sessions where if you have any specific queries, the recruitment team will answer your queries. In addition to that, we'll also provide you an live chat helpline support, and you will also have all the process FAQs available at the registration page. So look at those video guides, look at the process videos, talk to the technical support helpline if you need any help, and then a process session which we will do will further help you to resolve all your queries which you have. But make best use of this platform today and understand the recruitment process in and out. Now, it's very important for you to really understand the entire time window in which the entire recruitment process will run this year. Okay. So we are connecting with you today, and that's a pre-placement talk. And after pre-placement talk, the recruitment process will be of approximately 12 days window. Let me talk more about that. How will 12 days will span? So your process start with your participation in the assessment. So we have kept approximately 3 days window for student to participate in assessments in different time and different batches what we have been creating. Now, once the student clear our first set of assessment, which are the cognitive and technical assessment and coding assessment, students who clear this assessment will then get a link to participate in a communication assessment. And the communication assessment window is again approximately of 3 days. It will be slotted, and you guys will get a possibility to complete that communication assessment in those 3 days window. Okay. Now, once you complete communication assessment, the next stage is your virtual interview. And again, these interviews happen in batches, and you will be communicated about your slot. You will also have an option to choose your own slot for interview. And then interviews will continue for approximately under 3 days. So approximately from day 1 to day 7 is the recruitment process management for candidates from different colleges and also candidates from different regions. Okay. And then the Accenture team will collate the result, will work on the result announcement. And by 12th day of the process, you can expect that the results will be announced and the selected students will be notified about their results. And they'll also get a letter of intent from Accenture, communicating them about their selection or a regret for those who couldn't clear the Accenture assessment. So it will be approximately 12 days process overall, and stay connected for your respective college. The recruitment team will communicate to you when exactly does your process start and when does your process end. Now, it's very also important for you to really understand the eligibility criteria. Now, who are the students who are eligible to participate in Accenture hiring process this year? Okay, the slide has a lot of information. I'll pause for a few seconds on the slides for you to go through the eligibility criteria which Accenture has defined for you to participate. As I mentioned to you, you should be a part of a regular full-time course of BE, Tech, MTech, ME, MC, and MSc. And you should not have any active backlog at the time of sitting in recruitment process. Please go through the remaining guidelines, and I'll pause for a few seconds till the time you go through it. As all of you know that the recruitment process of Accenture will be conducted virtually, it's very important for you to know the entire infrastructure enablement which you need to ensure at your end. Okay. What you see on the screen is all the infrastructure which you need to enable. The first and very important thing is that you need to have a laptop or a desktop at your home with the required configuration, what you see on the screen. You need to have a good internet connectivity. Details are mentioned on the screen here. And while for the cognitive, technical, and coding assessment, you don't need headset, but when you participate in communication assessment, you need a noise-free environment so that you could record your communication assessment. So there is very important that you need to have a headset for communication assessment or a good quality earplugs or microphone. So go through this slide, you'll get a better idea in terms of what infrastructure is required, and so that you can enable that if you don't have ready with you at this point in time. Good. I hope you found this informative. And if you guys face any technical issues when you're participating in assessment, as I mentioned to you, there'll be tech support available to you for any tech issue which you face while you are actually sitting in assessment or participating in interview or any stage of the interview process or the selection process. Now, there are many candidates who ask us is that if we get selected, when will be notified about our joining date? And will I get to choose the location of my preference? Sure. So as we complete the complete hiring process for you in next few weeks, the joinings typically will start when you complete your engineering course or your post-graduation course or integrated learning course. So joining will start from say June 2022, assuming that's the time by time you guys complete your course and you have your results. Okay. But the joining will be staggered. It start in June, and every month they will be the selected candidates will be communicated about the joining date much in advance, and it will be staggered over the period of time. But we will stay tuned, we'll stay connected, and we'll let you know when you're, but what exactly is your date of joining. Okay. Now, we also ask the location preference. While currently all of us are operating virtually, it's very important that you clearly notify us about your location preference, and we take location preference from each and every candidate. Okay. Well, we always try to do a right balance between the individual need and the organization need, and will ensure that we do consider your location preference, but finally it's a right balance between business and Accenture need, and we'll notify you about your exact location on which you will be required to report day we decide to operate from office in future. Okay. Now, very important note, and this is something we always share with all the candidates and each and every person or any agency who connect with us or collaborate with us or work with us. Okay. Now, Accenture has not authorized any agency, any company, or any individual to collect money to offer you a job. Okay. So don't get lured with any social media messages, WhatsApp messages where someone is offering you a job by paying money. Okay. Accenture don't engage any such agency. Okay. So if you get to know about any such message, any such practice, any such communication, you see an Accenture business ethics line here on the screen. Please notify it to us. It's not only will help you, it will help the larger community, and also to ensure that we as an organization take care of all such fraudulent practice in the market so that you and your friends don't get impacted. So that's very important communication for you to know. Okay. I hope you found this information really informative. As I mentioned to you, in next few days, there will be more open house sessions and there will be more opportunities for you to clarify your doubts. Okay. With all this information you have shared, I hope you are well prepared now to participate in Accenture process. I wish you all the best and also best wishes for participation in the entire Accenture process, and looking forward to see you soon at Accenture.
Thank you, Jeremy and Rohit. With that, we will begin the Q&A session.
Thanks, Rohit. Good morning, everyone. I'm Puneet Kumra, and I lead entry-level hiring for Accenture Technology. And I have with me Anindya Ghosh and Amitabh Kanal. Let's get started with the Q&A session. And before that, let me request Anindya and Amitabh to quickly introduce themselves. Anindya, over to you.
Hello, everyone. A very, very good morning to all of you. I am Anindya Ghosh, Managing Director with our North America business. I lead few marquee clients service delivery from India.
Amitabh?
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. My name is Amitabh Kanal, and I'm Accenture Technology Advanced Center India lead for entry-level learning.
Thanks, Amitabh. Thanks, Anindya. All right, I see questions have been coming in for some time now. So let's start with the first question. And I have a very obvious one in such times. Anindya, this one is for you. Are Accenture employees expected to start working from offices or continue to work from home? How do you see the future panning out with the work from home options, and what are we doing now as well?
Sure. So first and foremost, what I would like to tell all of you is at the center of all our decisions, people's safety, their health will be of topmost priority for Accenture. Whatever decisions we will take, it will surround this basic thing. So as things progress, we are continuously in touch with government agencies. As the science progresses, we will decide how we work in future. But to give you an answer, as of now, today, majority of our people are working from home. Only maybe a very few cases of projects which have some constraints work from offices, but that's negligible. So today, as Puneet, you said, most of the people are working from home, and we will take our decision based on the guidelines that we keep getting.
Sure. All right. The next one is, and that's too many people are asking for this. What is the recruitment process for this year? And we've already, in different ways, but we've already spoken about that in our video, shown the process as well. But let me just touch upon it once again. Our recruitment process will be covered in 3 stages. The first assessment will be cognitive, technical, and coding put together. But you need to clear the cognitive and technical to move to the coding round. This will be a 90-minute assessment, right? And cognitive assessment includes questions around English ability, problem solving, critical thinking, abstract reasoning. Around that space, technical assessments usually includes, common applications, pseudocode, fundamentals of networking, security, and cloud. That is something that you need to keep in mind. Once you've cleared this, you will see that that's when you move to coding, and there'll be a break of 5 minutes for you to take it easy, relax, and move forward. In coding, you will see there are 2 questions, which is a mandatory to take. That's basically a process in terms of the assessment. Post-assessment, you will have a communication round, a communication assessment followed by an interview. The whole process would take around 10 days for an individual from the start of the assessment to the end of we declaring the results, 10 to 12 days. That's our overall time frame that we're looking at. All right, let me look at the next question. What is the learning investment that Accenture has planned for us? That's something around that. What is Tech Expressway? There are 2 different questions, but I'm clubbing them together. Amitabh, that is one for you, please.
Right. Basically, we have designed a process called Tech Expressway, which is aligned to future needs, building multi-skilled and full stack engineers at a faster speed. The first part is basically a foundation and fundamental training. Then we have stream training. We have 35 different streams available. And the candidates basically, they learn while they are working on the project. So it is very easy to apply what they are learning on practically on the project as such. After they complete the stream training, they enter into something called as Tech Leap, which is a big leap in their technology skills journey, where they have to choose out of 28 different schools in different areas or segments like custom engineering, data and AI, intelligent platforms, and cloud and cloud native. And this also allows for accelerated progression for agile learners. So this is for entry level. Of course, there's a lot of investment going ahead for lateral trainings as well.
Maybe Puneet, I can add a little bit on the learning journey throughout the career in Accenture. So I think all of you would have noticed in the videos that you saw, Accenture makes huge investment in learning and development. That is something we are extremely proud of. And what we have seen in the market, that technology is evolving at a very fast pace, and all of you would be aware of it as well. So our investment in you, or our investment in your learning, will continue throughout your career in Accenture. What we take pride in is the infrastructure that we have in around learning and development, and that is something you'll definitely benefit throughout your career in Accenture. The kind of projects that Accenture does, they are niche, they are always at the cutting edge of technology. So you have to come with your learning abilities, and we will provide you the infrastructure, the scope to learn, upskill continuously throughout your career. Punit, back to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah. So another question I see is it mandatory to have a PAN card for the recruitment process, or can we submit any other document? PAN card is a mandatory document, and you must have one at the time of registration through your onboarding. Basically, throughout the process, you should have PAN card with you, and all students must submit the PAN card, which has their photo as the only identity proof mandatorily. Right? No minor PAN cards. You should have the latest one. That'll be easier. And e-PAN cards are, is okay with us, and that's very easy to get in case you're facing a concern around that. In case PAN card is not available, you can choose to submit Aadhaar, but we would prefer a PAN over an Aadhaar. That's on the PAN card. All right. Another one is coming on. Is it mandatory for me to go section by section? And again, on assessments, and a lot of questions on assessments, on taking coding, technical assessment and coding assessments, a little bit more detail around, communication assessment or coding. So I'll start from details and then move to whether it's mandatory or no. It is mandatory. So first, coding assessment has 2 questions, which can be solved as per, you can pick a language of C, C++, .NET, Java, Python, and choose any of these languages to attempt those questions. The duration will be around 45 minutes. Your performance in coding assessment will be considered for an overall selection process. Post which, the next round is communication assessment. It is a verbal test which will assess you on the following parameters: okay, sentence mastery, vocabulary, fluency, and pronunciation. The duration of this assessment is approximately 20 minutes, followed by an interview. And a date for the interview will obviously be given to you later. Once you complete all these assessments is when you will move to the interview. Now, is it mandatory to go section by section? You can navigate between cognitive and technical sections. Within there's 90 minutes, and go ahead in the questions and come back as well. But after the cognitive and technical needs to be taken together, post which there will be a break, and then the coding will start. And post coding, a day later, you will get a communication assessment details. So that's on the process, recruitment process assessments. And another one which is coming is, what are the mandatory system requirements for participating in recruitment process, mock tests, systems, all of that. So you need to have a laptop or desktop that must be enabled with a webcam and microphone. Webcam should be able to capture the image very clearly. Both webcam and microphone must be in switch on mode across all assessments and interview stages of our processes. Okay. There is a very important requirement. You must install the Safe Exam browser link, through the link which will be sent to you. Please keep looking out for communication from us on your WhatsApp and on email. The communication on SAB will be coming on your email. So ensure it is downloaded, successfully installed, and tested. And that's the reason why we are sending you a mock assessment link, a demo assessment link, which will help you to set your system well, test your system much before the assessment, so that you don't face any issues on the day of the assessment. Right. So I request you all sincerely to take the mock assessment, check your systems, keep it ready, so that you don't face any concerns on the day of the event. And in case you still face any concerns, there are different options for you to reach out to us. There is a live chat. You can call us. You can drop an email to us on the day of the event as well, or before. Even if you're facing, during your mock assessment you can still reach out to us. All those details will be sent out to you in your emails. Yeah. Laptop requirement or desktop requirement. I think you need a 4 GB plus RAM, at least of i3 5th generation, 2.2 gigahertz or equivalent or above, Windows 8 or 10. Ensure that you have a Google Chrome browser which has the latest version. Okay. A stable internet connection to ensure you don't, while doing your assessment, the internet connection should not break. Otherwise, you'll face some issues. So ensure that you have a stable internet connection. ensure that the microphone is very well, and microphone is good, or else we recommend that you use a headset for your communication assessment. That is for sure recommended. So that's basically on the system requirement. Let me see what's the next question coming in. All right, Amitabh, over to you. How does Accenture plan to support us to grow and create a career in technology? And there, if you would like to add to it once Amitabh is done.
Right. So in this Tech Expressway process, for 4 to 6 months, the candidates, they learn while they are working on the project. In fact, they apply what they learn during their LKM days, basically. There are cohort champions to support them from the learning and knowledge management perspective. There are supervisors and project mentors which are there to support them from the project perspective. So at a very early stage, they are exposed to the project deliverables, client and all. So there's, and also the HR is there to support. So there is a lot of support system available to groom them in the organization.
Sure. Thanks, Amitabh. Again, as a delivery lead, I will share, what I see in the marketplace and what I see with my clients. So, as I already mentioned in my previous answer, that we are hugely invested in our people and we'll stay invested. The amount of investment we do as a firm towards learning and development is huge, best in class in the industry. So you will benefit from that. Now, what we would ask you to do is come with your eagerness to learn. And as technologies evolve, we will provide you the infrastructure, the opportunities to learn. As a delivery lead in my team, I'm very proud to see when I see tremendous stories of talent transformation, where people come in with some skill set based on the client needs, based on the ecosystem, they learn, and all that infrastructure opportunities are available to you. So they learn and they become something else. I've seen people transform in a matter of months. So all that is open for you. Just as I said, come with your eagerness to learn, and that's it.
Yeah, eagerness to learn, curiosity to learn. I think those are the life skills that anybody should have. That'll really help you to grow anywhere. Good. I think the next question which is coming is, when is the assessment date? When will we get to know about it? Your college placement officer will be informed about the date of the assessment. Assessments are starting from 6th of September and will continue till first week of October, early October. And as I said earlier as well, the usual hiring process for any individual will be approximately 10 to 12 days from the assessment date. Yeah. And you'll soon get to know from your college placement officers, or you will get an email from us to pick up your slot that'll be sent to you over an email with the date. Let's see what's the next one. I have not received my registration link yet, but my friends have. I would suggest you reach out to your placement officer to check the email ID that you've shared with us and request the placement officer to send us a detail or connect with our POC and Accenture so that we can fix that for you. So please reach out to your college placement officer and they can reach out to us. Another one which is coming is Mac allowed, Mac machines allowed, Mac OS allowed. No, Mac is not allowed. Windows is what is allowed, Windows machine. So please ensure that the machine that you're taking the assessment around is a window machine. Okay. All right, let's see. It's the next one. Ananda, if you could put some light on this. How are we taking care of our people in the current times? If you could, add to this, please.
Absolutely. So overall, I will start with something, a broad framework that we have in the organization in ATCI. Is what we call My Experience. So this is a broad framework with 6 pillars. and the focus is on employees, and the engagement that we have with our employees. Now, it will take a long time to talk about all the pillars, but the one that I will focus on based on this question is my well-being. So the name of the pillar is my well-being. And this is the one, where we make sure about the holistic well-being of our employees. So throughout the COVID period, it was very challenging, especially the wave 2, what we faced earlier in this year was extremely challenging. There was tremendous support from the organization. We are very proud, that we could, we could stand besides our people and support them in those difficult times. What we with the global support from our organization, we could arrange for when throughout the country there was oxygen shortfall. We were able to ship oxygen concentrators to the homes of our employees who had who themselves, or if their families were not well and they needed that support. We were able to do that in various cities that we operating, and even in remote locations, we could, we couriered these equipments. We provided the interim hospital support where, basically we tied up with some hotels, and the primary care that is required, the observation that is required, we were able to provide that. Teleconsultation. During the time, lack of information was a big thing. People didn't really know what to do, and that's where we had volunteers from our organization. Our people from the morning, and these are like our employees. They sat through the day, they found out what is available, which hospital seats are available, where oxygen is available, and we passed on this information to our employees. So tremendous, we tried, we did the best we could, and we really feel good that we were able to stand by our people. So this is all coming from our focus on people. We want to stay invested with our people. So that's something, that's what we did in the past few months, difficult times, but I think we are getting over it, and it's much better now. Punit, back to you.
Thanks, Harinder. I think, emotional well-being and employee well-being, I would say, is a high focus in Accenture, and we ensure that we, on all fronts, we are taking care of it. All right, another one which is coming is again on the process. Are we allowed to use pen and paper during the assessment? If you need to solve for any, or do any calculations or something, you should allow pen and paper. Be visible in front of the camera when you're using it. Request you to not use any mobile phones or anything else. Ensure there is nobody else in the room when you're taking the assessment. Keep your webcam and microphone always in the on mode while giving the assessments. You can use pen and paper, but I don't see a need to use a pen and paper, as the assessments are set in such a way that you would not need to use a pen and paper. Okay. All right. Let's see what's another one coming in. Certifications. And we have queries on certification. I have done a DevOps course or AWS course. Can I get a refresher in cloud? How are you're taking certification information? How is that being used? Okay, so in your registration form there is a mention about certifications. Please ensure that you mention those certifications there, that the proper certifications that you have done. That will help us to while putting you into allocation into different trainings, that will help us take that informed decision about your career path in Accenture for sure. I would also request that if you have any language certification, like a Japanese language or any other language, foreign language that you have, please mention that also in the registration form with all the details around it, whether you've done a level N3, N2, N4. You can mention that there as well, because that will be helpful for us to take a very informed decision about your career in Accenture. Okay. All right. Let's see what's the next one. Just a minute. Okay. All right. I'm a non-CSIT branch candidate. Is it mandatory for me to participate in the coding test? Yes, it is mandatory for all to participate in the coding assessment. It's not an elimination round. Assessment scores will be considered for overall sections that we go ahead with. And I see a lot of questions around this. Okay, yeah. So that's the answer. Can I use mobile phone for my assessments? No, you cannot use mobile phone. You have to use your laptop or desktop to kind of take this forward. What does Accenture expect from a fresher in terms of knowledge and understanding about the corporate world? Anindya, that's for you.
All right. So, see, knowledge of about the corporate world. We encourage you to enter the corporate world. We don't expect any knowledge about how organizations learn. You will be exposed to the corporate world. I'm sure you'll love the journey. You will learn it. So as such, that's not the expectation. But what we expect from freshers is, I'm repeating myself. Your eagerness to learn, inquisitivity, take initiative, take accountability of the work that is assigned to you. I think these are the qualities that we need from the freshers, and bring your fresh ideas to the table. You won't believe how much our clients also love the newcomers who join the industry, because they feel that these are the people who bring fresh ideas, fresh thinking to the table. So we love that. So come with all those corporate world understanding of knowledge of corporate world. You will learn anyway through your career journey.
I would like to add to that. Basically, we conduct a campus to corporate training. In that, we cover how the corporate world is and how to cater with that, basically.
Yep. Okay. Another one which is coming again is eligibility criteria. What is the eligibility criteria that is required to participate in the process? So we are looking for smart young professionals with high learning ability, excellent communication skills, and strong programming skills. That's the ask in a nutshell. But other than that, we're looking for people with BE, Tech, MTech, ME, MCA, and MSc in CSIT, right? Or BE, Tech in all streams is okay with us. As I said, even if you're from non-CSIT background, we're fine with that. No active backlogs at the time of recruitment process. So let's take an example. If you're from a 2-year post-graduation course, you should not have any active backlog till second semester. For a 3-year course, post-graduation course, till 4th semester. For a 4-year course, like a BE, Tech, till 5th semester, you should not have any active backlog, because I think results are coming out for the 6 semesters. It's still weighted for some. For 5 years integrated course, I think till 7th semester, you should not have any backlogs. That's during the assessment, to appear for the assessment. And while onboarding also, you should not have any active backlogs when you're about to onboard to us, when you get selected a year later from now, right? During onboarding, as I said, no active backlog. And then one year gap in education post-10th till you complete your graduation is allowed. That's a basic eligibility criteria around, to appear for our process. Okay, let's see what's the next one. What kind of projects does Accenture work on? Does it take up product-based projects or service-based projects? And in there.
Sure. So again, it might be a little bit long answer. But I'll try to be brief. So there are, and I'm sure many of you are aware of the industry landscape today, the technology landscape today. So we have different platforms like SAP, Oracle. I saw Pega in some of the comments. So these platforms are there. We as a service integrator, we work on these platforms, and we have very strong alliances with such companies. And we, in most of the cases, we will see Accenture is the number one partner for these platforms. So that is one side. The other side is the custom development, where most of our clients are very large organizations, and you'll find a lot of custom developed software that they have in their environment. So that is another stream where we do custom development for our clients. It may be on-prem, it may be for cloud, all that. Then there is the whole horizontal of data AI, that's there. So if you can you will get details of the different type of services that we provide, but it is that these are the broad areas that we are working on, and we are supporting our clients in these areas. But one thing that you must all understand, Accenture is a very marquee brand in the world. We are in the leading edge of technology. The kind of work that we do for our clients, our clients come to us for complex business problems, for us to solve complex business problems. So the kind of work that we do will be always very niche, very cutting edge on emerging technologies. So that's again, maybe I'm again going back to what I said before. Your eagerness to learn is what will be central to all this. You will come in with some training, with you will focus on something initially, but that's not going to stay. Things will change, evolve at a very fast pace, and we expect you to keep up. We'll provide you the opportunities, but it will keep you at the cutting edge of technology throughout. Anybody wants to add?
I think you covered it all. Thanks, Ananda. Thanks for that. Yeah. All right. I see queries again on last queries on I think system again. Let me reiterate myself. You need to arrange for a laptop, desktop, or maybe you can reach out to your college if you need support there. But the systems requirement is mandatory. Please ensure you take up our mock assessments. You check your systems before the day of your final assessment so that you're all set and ready. Link which will be shared to you for the step-by-step process, further process after your registration. Keep an eye on your email and WhatsApp for communication from Accenture, because we will be reaching out to you on those fronts. In case you're facing any issues in terms of registration, not got the link, please reach out to your TPO, the placement officer, and they can reach out to us in turn to help you out. During the assessment, during mock assessments, before that, while you're doing a system check, if you face any technical issues, there is an option available to reach out to us through chat, through phone or email, and you will get those details as you get your assessment links as well. Okay, so that's basically from our Q&A section. Thank you all for joining us for the Pre-Placement Connect, and wish you the best. Looking forward to welcoming you in Accenture. Thanks, Atan.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
This brings us to the end of this eventful session. A big thank you to you all for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the discussion with our leaders. Our campus recruitment team will be available in the conversation zone to take up any additional questions that you might have. Don't forget to make memories by visiting our photo booth. We also request you to give us your valuable feedback by clicking on the icon on the right side in the lobby area. Thank you all once again. This is Archana Deshmukh signing off from the Accenture Arena. Goodbye.